You're not nice because you want to be. You're not nice because you want to be a nice person. You're nice because that's what you were trained to be. You were trained to be digestible. You were trained to be small. You were trained to believe that if you did something, you were going to get something. You believed wholeheartedly that if you were kind enough, small enough, meek enough, digestible, agreeable, personable, if you were that girl, mommy was going to approve, daddy was going to approve, friends were going to approve, strangers were going to approve. The world was going to improve and approve of you. And you were going to be happy. That was the silent exchange. The silent exchange was you give this and you get this. And you're safe and you're protected and you're loved and you're cherished and you're considered and you're heard and you're appreciated. Ooh, baby girl. This message is for you. It's time to wake up. I spent my whole life, literally, I am 33 years old. I spent my entire life believing that lie. What did it get me? Kicked in my chest, literally, by my ex-fiance. Threatened that I was going to get a black eye. It got me bullied. It got me picked on. It got me sleeping in my car. It got me assaulted at my job. It got me always being the nice girl, but overworked, underpaid, not appreciated, irritated, frustrated, overweight, tried to kill myself. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm not making this up. What changed, what finally clicked for me, was saying to myself, actually listen to what they're saying. Listen to what they're saying. She's saying she wants to slit your throat. Believe her. He's saying he wants to punch you in the face. Believe him. She's saying, I don't really like you. Believe them. Stop believing that you can change the narrative for them. Stop believing that if you're nice enough and anything enough, that you will finally be enough for these people. For anyone, family, friends, co-workers, society, random guy on the street that you think is cute. Maybe if I do this, he'll want to do X, Y, and Z for me. But you haven't asked him. You don't even know this person. Finally believe the family members that keep gossiping about you, that keep lying on you, that keep telling you, well, if you would just do this, and if it... Believe them. Believe all of the petty, passive-aggressive bullshit. Finally say, you know what? Wow. You don't even like me. You don't even care for me to be in your space. You don't care about anything that I'm passionate about. As long as I'm there to make you feel good, to give and overpour and just give and give and give endlessly without asking for anything in return. As long as you are willing to accept that low vibrational, toxic, nonsensical behavior, they're going to be there to dish it out. You have to make yourself so unapologetically unavailable for their shit. You have to. That's the only way that things are going to change. And I know, trust me, I get it. Is it the most easiest thing in the world? You know what's funny? It actually is. You're making the easy thing harder. You're making the easy thing harder because it's triggering your nervous system to do something different. To do something different, to follow your heart, to follow your intuition, to say, I really don't like this, to actually believe what you're feeling. I wholeheartedly believe that you mean me harm. I wholeheartedly believe that you're lying about me. I wholeheartedly believe whatever. Because trusting your intuition, they tell you that all the time, right? If your intuition is screaming at you not to go down this dark alley at 12 o'clock at night, guess what? Maybe you shouldn't. Okay? Nobody. Oh, and guess what? Hold on. If anybody is telling you, just go down the dark alleyway at 12 o'clock at night, if they're screaming at you, pushing you down that dark alleyway, they're not your friends. They don't mean you any good. They mean you harm. This is why people want to get upset when I talk about women that are getting killed every 11 minutes. Oh, no, you need to check your statistics. No, it's actually the truth. People that have dedicated their lives to figuring out and studying and trying to solve the issue of women being murdered every year, every day, every second. Why would that upset anyone if you actually care about women? Continue to ask yourself questions. Everything changed for me when I started, one, believing the people when they talk to me, and believing myself about how I feel. That's when things started to change. Things started to change when I finally said, you know what? Oh my God, I know where my heart is. I know how I feel. I know what I'm looking for in this relationship. I know what I want to create for my life. And this person, whoever this person is in front of me, family, friend, whatever, stranger, a random person on the street, this person does not mean good for me. And I had to accept that. I had to accept that. It's not an easy pill to swallow. It's not the most enjoyable anything. Because I believe wholeheartedly that women, and Jill Scott talked about this, like, women are so powerful and so weak sometimes. Not in general, but in stages of our lives. It's like we try to be so empathetic and caring and sensitive to our own detriment. I'm gonna give it, I'm gonna pour it, I'm gonna show up for you, but I can't take jokes, and I can't laugh with you, and I can't really be friends with you because you shouldn't even really be wanting to hurt me. But then you can't. Why don't you trust yourself enough not to let yourself get hurt? Why don't you say to yourself, I really wholeheartedly, I just want to be happy. And to allow happiness to come in, I just have to accept things as they are and trust myself enough that I don't mean myself harm. And if I don't mean myself harm, I am going to allow myself to feel all the things that I need to feel so I can navigate through life quickly. So whatever comes my way, I can say boom, boom, boom. And if you come at me with this, I can go boom, 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 and done. All that means trust your intuition. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop allowing yourself to be swept up in this idea of what you should do and how you should act and how you should feel, and listen to how you actually feel. Believe it or not, I believe this wholeheartedly. There are systems, there are people, there are places, there are things that benefit off of you not trusting yourself. Not believing your intuition, believing what somebody else thinks about you, Believe it or not. Oh, there's no conspiracy theory. It's just no. Actually, there's not this. I wouldn't say a conspiracy theory, but I would say capitalism. Capitalism in the United States of America. Capitalism around the whole entire world. People not wanting to really ask themselves some hard questions and to be open and honest with themselves and say, you know what, I don't really like myself. Why is that? Well, maybe it's because I'm listening to narratives of other people, the beauty standards of other people, and I'm taking that to the heart, and I'm saying that that's what the standard is, instead of, I don't know, loving yourself enough to say, forget this beauty industry, forget it. I am beautiful just the way I am. You know, maybe this guy doesn't like me. He doesn't like my hair, he doesn't like my skin, he doesn't like how I laugh, he doesn't, but why should I change anything about me? Why? For you? I don't even know if I like you. I don't even know if you even like you. And ask yourself some tough questions. Why do I need this person to like me so much? Because yes, it would be so nice to have friends and people that care about you, but wouldn't it be even nicer if they actually like you for you? Not the person you're pretending to be? I'm making guava and cheese something. Rolling them up into like little dumplings. I think I might fry them. I don't know. It's like ravioli style. I want it. And I'm not back home to get me a guava and cheese, so I'm gonna go and make it. It took me so long to recognize and finally hear what I was saying to myself and how I was and see and recognize the pattern. And you know, I just got off work and I'm like, wow. I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself. I worked really hard to get here. I worked really hard to get to this point in my life. And whatever voice inside my head that's telling me I'm not doing enough, and I don't like that voice. I'm tired of listening to that voice. I'm so tired of believing that voice is my true voice. Of believing I need to work even harder to try to get that voice to be quiet, to make that voice say, okay, I'm finally proud of you. No. The only thing that's going to stop it is my true voice. Me saying, you know what, Lee? You did a good job today. You did your best. And there's nothing, and I repeat again, there is nothing that you need to do to try to prove anything to anyone. You're walking into this room that you were overqualified for, and you are actually trying to believe that you aren't doing enough? No, that's outside of you. That's a limiting belief that doesn't serve you. Let it go. And I'm serious. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only woman with that voice. I'm not the only woman that's got to conquer that. I'm not the only woman that's been through something so ridiculous because she put herself through it. You remember that song? He only fucked you over because you let him. Ooh. And every freaking time that line will come, I just, but it's true. You let him. Don't let him do it anymore. Don't let her do it anymore. Don't let them do it to you anymore. That's the revenge. The revenge is no revenge. The revenge is no revenge. Revenge is you getting up and being happy. The revenge is you forgetting their name. The revenge is seeing them pass the street and you don't even remember who they are anymore. You don't remember them. You don't remember me? No. Who are you? And you're not lying. You're not lying. You've let all of it go. You've deleted the receipts. You've shredded them and burned the shreds. You've incinerated it all. There's nothing. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. You don't care. You don't care because you've replaced trying to care for them with completely caring about yourself. I care too much about myself. I care too much about my health, wealth, and well-being to give you any more real estate in my mind, in my heart, in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. You don't have that authority anymore. You don't like me? Good. It's about damn time. I'm so thankful you don't like me. I don't like you either. I don't like you anyway. You made me believe that I needed to take myself, put me on the shelf, collect dust, and maybe eventually you will come back and want me. Man, get the heck up out of here. Who are you? I can't believe anybody would want somebody to want to forget about themselves. I can remember my ex saying, if I come back after he cheated, and I still was trying to talk to him, saying, if I come back, I can remember that. If it just hit me like a wham. If, and that's why I needed to say if, but I didn't, because I was holding on to that if, because he was the only one that could love me. Because he's the only one that could want to be there for me, and he's so good to me, and he's the only one. He's the only man. He's the only man that want me. And no, I'm not skinny, and no, I don't have this, but you know what I do have? I have a good heart beating in my chest. I have a good mind. I'm creative. I'm beautiful. There's all kinds of good things about me. Does that mean that I'm perfect? No. But it does mean that I'm worth more than waiting around for if somebody wants to come back and try to pick me up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't hang on to anybody's if. Right? This whole corporate ladder thing. One day if you work hard enough, there's a place for you, and maybe you can. And the whole time the target keeps moving. Again, you ever seen that picture of the corporate ladder, and it's just the buzzards on the ladder? The ones at the top, nice and clean, but they shitting on everybody else. Shit. And I just, I'm good. I'm good on it. I don't want it. I don't want your scraps. Why would I want your scraps when I can go over here and ask God to teach me how to prepare some food, how to cook some food, how to catch the food, unless all the abundance I'm piling in, and then what is this? What is this? What are these scraps? When you've already prepared the table in the presence of thine enemies. And remember, they're not your enemies, they're God's enemies. They're enemies against God, that want to be enemies against God. They're coming at you. Because they see the favor on their life. They see how God has continued to pour something in you that they can't take from you. Woo-hoo. Jesus. They can't take it. They want you to dim it. They want you to shrink it. They want it to be in a manufacturable, small, digestible form so they can microdose themselves into being better instead of going, repenting, and putting in the work so they can possibly do what it is that God has called them to do. But no, instead they want to try to snatch you, turn you around, shake you up, and spit on you. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Things happen for a reason. You know, all this stuff, I really do. I can't shake the feeling that every single thing, this wind blowing and howling outside, the weather changing, the how society is, how people are treating each other, every single thing is happening for a reason. And we need to get deeper and deeper and deeper within ourselves and understand something. You know, it's an internal job. We don't know what happens. Listen, we could be in our homes and everything change. Just like all these people overseas, and they one day everything's good, next you know they got a missile dropped on their house. Be thankful to God. Be thankful for your breath. Be thankful for your life. And understand that if you are currently, right now in this moment, feeling low and lost and helpless and you don't know what to do, you are not alone. God has sent his angels, and you are covered, and you are protected, and you are loved. All you need to do is to give that fear away. There is so many good things around you. You just have to tap into them. You just have to understand that you do deserve them. I'll never forget. I will never forget. I'm in safe women's shelter. And there are two quotes too. Before I read the book, The Mountain Is You. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's that one. That is an amazing book. It's an amazing quote. Read that. Despite, your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you friends. It's going to cost you relationships. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. But instead of being liked, you be understood. I don't know it by heart, but I know it's a great quote. It's talking about, again, letting go of what no longer serves you. You can't hold on to your lack of faith and try to step into a life filled with faith of God, faith of believing that things are going to work out for you, that you are in the right place. And the next one is from Jordan Peterson, and I cried when I read this quote, when I heard him say this, and I backed up and I wrote it down. I was watching a video. Despite all my flaws and insufficiencies, I am someone worth having around, and it is okay if things get better for me. Why did I cry? Why does that still bring so much emotion to me? It brings so much emotion to me because there was a time where I thought I wasn't good enough, where I thought that I had to be better and I had to improve, and that I was just such a horrible person because I wasn't good at particular things, math and my grades and my looks and my intelligence. I was just this piece of shit. And I believe that about myself. And that quote reminds you, despite all of my flaws and insufficiencies, I am someone worth having around. This world would not be a better place without you in it. That shit pisses me off. This world would not be a better place without you in it. There is somebody who is telling someone that. There's someone who believes that about themselves. There's somebody who is just so adamant in their own mind, and their own mind is a battlefield. I'm begging you. Don't believe it. Don't you dare for 1 minute believe that this place that is absolute chaos and confusion and upside down. Do not believe for 1 second in the enemy. Do not believe that is anybody but the enemy whispering in your ear, because there is something here for you to do that will not only turn his ugly ass upside down, but it will knock the socks off everybody. There's something that only you can do. And I believe that with my whole core. Just your mere existence pisses somebody off. Just you breathing, just, don't make them happy. You irritate the piss out of their ass. You irritate the shit out of them fuckers. Excuse my language. God's working on me, my soul, my mouth, my whole body, everything, head to toe. But sometimes, let me tell you something, it's the right damn word to use. There is something that only you can do. And you're going to do it. That is your purpose. Your purpose may be just to walk in that room and just stand there. Huh! Be still and know that I am God, says the Lord. Be still and know. By his presence, they will be healed. By just their presence. It's not you. Take you out of the equation. It's just by your presence. And mountains will be moved. Just by who you serve. Just by who you serve. You save someone. Just by the light that God has put in your soul. Someone can be saved. And you don't even have to do nothing. But if you give up on yourself, if you stop, if you believe what all these hating, miserable, crazy, kooky, backwards, backwash people thinking and saying and doing and feeling and living and whatever they're doing behind closed doors, you believing that your worth is wrapped up in that nonsense, huh? What? Who? What? Where? Why? Why would you do that? Why? Don't you dare. I really appreciate everybody who's watching, because I come and I go back and I go forth, but please like, share, and subscribe. Please talk to me. Please let me know if these messages are resonating with you, because this talking like this has just really rejuvenated my spirit, and has just allowed me to realize, I can't be quiet anymore. I have to speak. I have to say something, because children are hitting themselves in the face with hammers, and I didn't even know that foolishness. I heard about the little boy putting the little goopy toy in the microwave and just burning his face. The children bringing guns to school and trying to kill the teachers. Lord have freaking mercy. No thank you. No thank you. Something's got to change. And I'm not asking anybody to have all the answers overnight. I'm not asking you to worry yourself. I'm asking you to surrender to God, and I'm asking you to do what God is calling you to do and show up and be unapologetic about it, because it's time. So please like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibes, and I'll see you on the next video.